I am here in Medjugorje next to the house of the visionary Viska, which is over there, and I'm with, what's your name?
Mario.
And Mario, you got a YouTube ministry as well?
Yeah.
Tell about it.
Well, we've been living here in Medjugorje since 3 years ago, and we organize groups to come from US. Most of the people are come from US to here in Medjugorje to live the spiritual life with Our Lady. And as Tom says, we organize also by our channel, our YouTube channel, Proyecto Dominus Tecum, and that's what we do.
Fantastic. And what is the channel about?
Our channel is about our church, about being Catholic, about the spirituality, also some like spiritual retreatments and prayers, stuff like that.
Wow, unbelievable. Yeah. And why are you doing that channel?
Sorry?
Why are you doing this channel?
Because we received the call. We received the call from our God in one adoration, and he's the boss in the channel. He's the boss with the groups, and we only follow what he says. That's why.
And you have always been Catholic, or did you go astray?
Actually, always Catholic, but there was a time in my life that I went into a dark path, maybe like occultism and all of this kind of like witchcraft and all of this. Never practiced in my life, but I studied all of this. And because of that, I took a lot of distance from God. That was my life during maybe 5 or 6 years, and then I overcome that thanks to God, thanks to His grace, and I come back to the church.
Yeah. And how did that happen? Why did you come back?
Because I felt like something in my life was missing, and how do you say? My family is Catholic, always praying for me, and I always felt Our Lady, even if I was like in my thing in that moment that I was mad to God because one thing or another in my life. When you think you can be mad at God, then you understand everything. When you are more like in the middle of the spirituality. But in that time, I never let my lady. I never let my
Our Lady go.
Our Lady, yeah, never. And I think she was the one who pushed me on and put me back in the road.
And how would you say, how did she push you back in the road? What happened?
Because in that time when how can I say? In that time when I was in that path, I was alone.
You felt lonely?
Yeah, really lonely. Because when you're not with God, you feel like that. There's like a blank space in your heart, and you know something's missing. But because she never let me alone, she was always with me. Then I realized I need to change my life, like start to grow that desire. Then I feel like the need to go on spiritual retreatment, and in that spiritual retreatment was when I saw Our Lady, and like in a vision, not because I'm a seer or something like that, but
just in the heart,
like in the heart, like in a vision, in prayer, and that's when I decide to come back.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what would you tell people now about occultism? You have been there.
Yeah.
New Age.
Yeah, it's really dangerous because you never know when it's gonna start growing in your heart and in your life. The pollution in your heart and your spirit, it's really bad, and it's hard to take it out. Really hard when you stick it in the deep of your soul. Maybe even you can have the need to be even in an exorcism, because I met some people who went into that, and thanks by the glory of God they are released, but sometimes it's really hard. It takes a lot of time to release that. So you need to think about like twice and always ask to our priest or maybe a spiritual guide, like obviously a priest, but like a director, a spiritual director. What things you can do and what cannot do, especially about yoga, Reiki, and all of this is not from God.
Why is yoga, for example, not from God? People say it's stretching.
Yeah, always say stretching, but when you do the mantras, when you inhale and exhale, all of these exercises, everything is planned by how do you say this? Sorry, because I speak Spanish and I remember a few words. What kind of meditation?
Every posture is a meditation to a Hindu god or goddess, you know?
Exactly.
There is no yoga without like a spirituality. If you ask a real yoga master, there is not.
Exactly. There is no yoga without Hinduism, and there is no Hinduism without yoga. Exactly.
And Reiki, people say, man, it's fantastic, I feel good.
Yeah, but imagine when you do all of this stuff. It's supposed to. What they think, there is a snake inside of you, and it starts from the bottom. And when you start like waking up in the knowledge and the light,
enlightenment,
the snake will start moving until your mind and your head. And come on, we know what the snake means, and it cannot be like confusion for us. Like if we are Catholic and we know about all of these things, who represent the snake, we cannot enter in all of this. Like,
and you know, Padre Pio said the Rosary is the powerful weapon of these times. Why the Rosary is so powerful?
It is because I don't know if you ever saw. There's one important video of one Italian priest. He made an exorcism to one lady, and this lady, the demon inside of the lady, started to do like how do you say, catechesis.
Started to talk
to preach about all of the things that the Rosary do to the demon.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing because he cannot do anything because he's tied of the hands because of Our Lady. When we start praying the Rosary, we can beat him and we can stop war even.
Wow,
yeah.
That's so powerful.
Yeah, it is.
And confession. This place is about confession. What is so powerful about confession?
This is the International House of Confession.
Yeah.
You can find here any language to confess, and it's really important because it's not that the confession here it's bigger than the one in your country, but it's because you have the intercession of Our Lady, and she's with you in the confessionary, sitting with you, praying for you, interceding for you. That's how you feel more comfortable, and you start to feel released when you start saying the sins to the priest. In a moment, you will feel like warm in your heart, and that feeling, you know it's her. You know it's her, that it's between you and the priest, helping you to release everything and feel free. I met a lot of people who had like 20 or 50 years without confessing. And it's impressive what she can do with all of the intercession of Our Lady.
What do they tell them?
Well, they start like crying and crying like babies. They cannot stop, and then you can see on their faces the joy that they are finally free of all of these sins and all of these problems that they had before. But because they believe in the mercy of God now in the confession, now they are finally free in the hands of God.
And you know, a lot of people don't understand, young people, what is the Eucharist? Can you explain? You are passionate about our faith?
About the Eucharist, yes, of course. Because we know Jesus is there. We know He's present there. Especially because there's a lot of miracles about it. We can listen about the one in Italy. This did you know one of the most important? Lanciano, exactly. Because in Lanciano, it's not only about our faith; it's also about the science. Because the Church sent this piece to the scientifics, and they were atheists. They start analyzing, and they discover it's like a real heart. When they asked where this came from, they said from the Eucharist, and then they said the final test to the Church with the title "Et verbum caro factum est." That means that the verb turns into flesh, into real flesh. So at the end, they start believing too. And the science is not a fight against our faith. Even Father Pio says that. That's why he built the El Sollievo de la Sofferenza, the hospital.
The
hospital, yeah, exactly.
And what do you tell people who look for their vocation? A lot of people come to Medjugorje to find their vocation. What would you tell them how to find their vocation?
That they need to think, they need to go into deep prayer, because when you're here, also you will have like the temptations to not go into in the call, because we need more priests, we need more nuns, and the devil will try to avoid that. He will try to fight it. So try to be calm. Put your heart in the hands of Jesus. Go to confession. Go to the program in the church, and take advantage of the duration to speak with God and receive the call on your heart. And if you receive that call on your heart, follow it, because it's Jesus calling you to the ministry.
And did you make the experience when you lived in the intention, thy will be done, like said in Our Father, your life becomes more peaceful, joyful, and you're living in the divine will?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't.
When you live, you ask God and you live in the intention, thy will be done.
Yes.
And then your lifestyle becomes more easy?
Yeah, exactly, because you will, easy if you decide
more, you have more peace and joy in the trial?
Easy if you decide to leave the world, because that's what it has to be. Like we're living in the world, but not part of the world,
Right,
not with the sin, with everything. We need to be a new man, and that's the idea, to be a new man with Him on His will, and that's how it works. And Saint Ignatius of Loyola also teaches that when you put your will into His will, He will become everything for you. He will be the first for you, and I think that's what we have to do now.
And you saw that in your life as well, that everything is more smooth, your ministry grows, people come.
Exactly. It is like that. And also now, for example, now in our channel during this time, we are doing exactly the exercises, spiritual exercises for Saint Ignatius of Loyola.
Fantastic.
So it's really important. We can invite them. Your people
absolutely.
also.
I will put the link in the description of the video.
Because it's really important to go into a deep pray, into a deep connection with God, and you will discover what things are not good in your life, and distractions or another path that you can think you can take. And even there's a lot of tests in our life, suffering, sadness or whatever, but this time I don't remember the word in English, but it's desolación espiritual, when you feel like you are
Spiritual desolation.
yeah, spiritual desolation, exactly. But you will know that God will take you eventually. You just need to be strong in the prayer, in faith,
prayer,
and He will take you back in the road, and He will hug you, and He will put you again in the track.
So you experience, a lot of people think God the Father is an angry old man with a white beard who wants to judge and put us to hell. He's not like this, God the Father. How is God the Father?
No, the mercy of God is unbelievable. It's unbelievable, because He only needs to that in your heart you can find like that like how do you say, arrepentimiento, that guilty, and then you
you repent.
Yeah, the repent,
just a little bit.
Just a little bit of that repent. It will start like growing, and you will start like understanding this sin is taking me away of God. So I need to be close to Him. How can I be close to Him? I need to release all of these sins. I need to release all of this guilt. This guilt is killing me, and I need to take that all and take that out from my heart. Yeah.
And at the end, what is your favorite place in Medjugorje?
Wow, that's a really hard question, but maybe it can be the place of apparition near to Podbordo. Our Lady appeared there on August 2nd, I think in 1981, and she preached about confession actually. So that place, not too much people knows that place, but it's really nice. It's just like a small small plaza with an image of Our Lady, and it's beautiful.
On Podbordo, no, Apparition Hill?
It's close to Podbordo. It's really close to Podbordo, because we are here around Podbordo. Maybe actually I think we are in the road. Yes, we are in the road. If you go down if
here,
you want to show them, if you go down past Miriam's house, you will find a small plaza like with garden, and you will see the image there. That's a place of apparition, and that's my favorite place.
And what would you tell people by come here?
To open the heart. If you come here, open your heart. Be able to receive all of the gifts that Our Lady wants to give to us. If you're looking for supernatural things, it can happen here, but there is no more miracle or supernatural thing that will happen than here in your heart. That's the best gift our God can give to you: a new heart, and ready to love everyone.
Thank you so much for that interview.
My pleasure, my friend.